If you're still using a paper planner, Notion is about to change your world. Welcome to Notion for Teachers. I'm Andrew. Hit subscribe and the bell icon and you'll catch my new videos every single week. And that's especially important for this short series of videos because over the next 3 videos, I'm going to be showing you how to build your teacher planner. Okay, so you need to hit subscribe so that you don't miss out any of the next 2 videos after this one, because all of them are crucial to getting the full functionality out of your Notion setup when you're building your teacher planner. Okay, we're going to start the build today in Google Sheets, because while Notion is incredible, especially when we're looking at databases and filtering certain views and displaying those views on other pages, incredible for that sort of stuff. What is can be a little bit slow is whenever we're creating big massive spreadsheets. Now this spreadsheet that we're creating today has 1,830 rows in it and about 20 columns. So we don't really want to be building that from scratch in Notion. Build it in Google Sheets. We can import that Google Sheet then into Notion, and a lot of that sort of en masse building is done for us. Makes it a much quicker process. So we're going to jump into Google Sheets now and start our build of our teacher planner, which today will include like the date columns related to the date and the lessons that we're actually teaching before then in videos 2 and 3. So this is the first of 3 videos showing you how to build your teacher planner, okay? In today's video, we're going to build our date and our lesson functions in a couple of columns. In the next video, we're going to be creating our topics, resources, and our retrieval practice columns, all linking into different databases in the background. And finally, in the final video of the series, we're going to be looking at preps or homeworks and how we manage those in our lesson planning database, along with anything that we might want to capture or update during a lesson, such as anyone who's late, anyone who deserves particular merits or praise after the lesson, and anything else that's specific to that lesson, forgotten equipment, that kind of thing that we want to be able to track and relate to students or towards individual people in the class. Then that's going to come in video 3. So make sure you've hit subscribe. You really don't want you to miss out on any of the 3 parts of this series, so that you have a teacher planner that's fully fit for purpose and fully uses all the amazing functionality that Notion has to offer. Today's video does include a free template. It's not a Notion template, it's a Google Sheets template, so you don't have to start from scratch with your Google Sheet, which you will then build out to match your timetable. Okay, so in the description below of this video or any of the next 2 videos, hope you subscribe, you will get a link where you can download your start point for your timetable, which is exactly the same as the start point that I used in the video. So let's jump into Google Sheets right now and we will use that template. Click the link down below, you can download that template as well for Google Sheets. We'll jump into Google Sheets and we'll start to use that template to build the basis of our teacher planner. So let's jump into Google Sheets right now and we'll start our build. Okay, so if you've clicked on the link in the video description to download my Google Sheet or access my Google Sheet, you'll now be looking at the same thing as what I've got on my screen, okay? And this is what I used in 2021-22 academic year, all right? Loads of columns in here, all right? And the way that this works is that we will do our sort of big changes on this spreadsheet, this Google Sheet, and then we will upload the Google Sheet into Notion and change the properties of the columns then to suit whatever we need from those columns in Notion. In this video, we are looking at the date properties, the link to the classes, and the link to the activity that's going on at that time. So let's just get that done. Let's have a look at this Google Sheet right now and get it set up and ready. So I started this Google Sheet September the 1st, 2021. Okay, if you're looking at this now, say for after Easter 2022 or whenever you're next going into the class, you'll want to update that. Now there are multitudes of videos online showing you how you can do these mass updates, and maybe I'll do one separately myself. It's not really what I want to get into in this video. So you can see that the setup here is that we have our full date column And it's because I'm on a 6-period day, I have 6 rows with today's date, 6 rows with tomorrow's date, 6 rows of the day after's date on it. My year period column, well, that is every single period in the school year has a different number. And that goes up for me, 6 periods a day from the 1st of September down to the 2nd of July. That's 1,830 different lessons, different periods through the school year. Not that I actually teach, because a lot of those are like free periods and things and inset, but the period exists in there, and I want it to be shown in Notion as a separate row in my table. Then I've got a month column, a week column, the actual date, which is just the number of today's date. So for the 1st of September it's 1, 2nd of September it's 2. Day of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, period 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. And what I am planning on doing. So whenever you're first creating your teacher planner, you'll want to go in here, drop in write out the details of your timetable for the first time, for like the 1 week block, and then copy and paste that into all the separate blocks, okay? I would recommend that you do that building, so to speak, in Google Sheets, because it's just a little bit slower in Notion, okay? Because Notion is entirely saved online, okay? You don't really want to be waiting just for that upload and download time. So I would recommend doing that now. The class linking to the stakeholder database. Well, if we want to link to that, to the stakeholder database, we need to do that in Notion. And we will just accept that might take a little bit longer, but we will do it in Notion. Okay, so once that is, we've got that set up with the correct dates relating to the correct periods, etc., we will then download that. So we need to download it in CSV format, as so, and we will jump across into the Notion page where we want to do this building. And you could do this on any page in Notion that you like. I will do mine in my Notion for Teachers page, but you can do yours on any page you like, and you may just decide to have a page called Teacher Planner. Okay, the way to upload your CSV file into Notion is to be on any page in Notion. So I'm on my Notion for Teachers page. Just have the cursor set in the page, go up to the 3 dots top right, okay, click Import, go to CSV, go to Teacher Planner. If you try and import this CSV file into a table which has already been created, it seems to take a very, very, very long time, and I've just sat here waiting for 20 minutes for that to go through, and it didn't go through, so I gave up and tried a different way. This way that I've just shown you seems to work a lot quicker. Okay, so we'll come in with a file name. We can obviously remove a lot of that file name that we don't need. And once we're looking at our table, all right, we are then just going along the columns and updating them, the properties of the column. Make sure that as it's imported the CSV file, Notion will try and guess what kind of property it is that we've imported. And we just need to go across and just make sure that those properties are correct. So month is a single select for the month property. That's absolutely fine. It's for week number. It's week number 1, 2, 3. That's all fine. Date is just a number. Okay, these are all properties that we would be able to filter on later if we want to have a particular display. Day is just a single select option. Absolutely fine as it is. All right. We have our period numbers, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in my case. But if you're on a 5-period day or a 7-period day or an 8-period day, whatever it is, whenever you're back at the Google Sheets stage, you can update that accordingly to suit your needs. All right. And then in the detail column, I tend actually to change that into a select option. So we'll go select, there we go, and that detail column is now allows you to select different options, and you can color those options. So if in my system, my fifth form class is always blue, so it's a blue calendar invite, it's blue in this table. I can go in there and I can update those. So fifth form always appears as blue. My lower sixth class always appears as green. My third form always appears as orange, for example, and then that will update those in that column. It's just a nice way if you're visually planning your overall system according to color schemes. That works quite nicely. Okay, and I would want to link to my stakeholders database for that class that I'm teaching at that particular time. So the way that I'm going to do that is I need to change this property into a relation, not a formula. I'm going to go in and choose it as a relation, and I want to link that to a particular database, and I'm going to link that to my stakeholders database. Say all stakeholders, database is home. Okay, and from a class, yes, we've got the detail in there of what's happening. We've got 4C, we've got 3 periods, we've got 5D on different periods, but it's also quite nice to have all of your lessons for a particular class displayed on a page for that class, and you can pull together all the information across your whole system relating to, for example, your fifth form class onto one page in Notion. And we do that by a relation, okay? So I'm going to create a relation property, come down here, click relation. It tells us that we have to link that column to a particular other database in my system. I'm going to link it to projects, and then I can come down here, and for each of my classes I can, oh, that was a mistake. We don't want that link there. What we can do is link this to fourth form, 4C, and this one to 5D. And what I could do here at this stage to make this a bit better is to sort my spreadsheet by detail, and then filter by detail. And I only want to see all of my third form classes to start with. And there they are, and I can go in there and I can say, right, make that 3A, which is what that class is now. Let's change name. And I can, if I select a row with 3A in it, press Control C, then go down and select all the other rows in that column, press Control V, and that will drop 3A into all of the rows which are my third form. Then I can change this to show me only my fourth form classes. Again, same process, right? I'll go up here, I'll pick my 4C, I'll come down, pick all of my rows with 4C in it, all my 4C lessons, Control V. There's all my 4Cs. And the beauty of that, right, is that when I click on that row relation, it takes me to that classes project page. And there I have all of the lessons that I teach that class. I have all of the students in that class. I have my little today's lesson dashboard for that class, all displayed on this page here. All right, but back into the teacher planner, and for each of my classes then I need to filter by that class and then populate that class column. All right, but you can do that separately. Okay, hope that was super useful there. Okay, so we've used that Google Sheet, we've created the template for our teacher planner, we've imported that Google Sheet into Notion, and we've built out our date and what we're actually doing in each of the periods of our school day so far. Hit subscribe and the bell icon right now so you don't miss videos 2 and 3 in the series. Really don't want you to miss those there. You've been watching Notion for Teachers. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you again in the next video when we will be building out the rest of our teacher planner database extracting as much value and using as much of that amazing Notion functionality as we possibly can to make our life as automated, simple, straightforward, manageable as we possibly can. Thank you very much, Notion, and thank you very much to you guys for watching. I'll see you again very soon.